Welcome, everyone, to Tales of Eldura, a D&D duet extravaganza.
We're so excited that you all are here. We wanted to thank our patrons for sponsoring our stream today. You guys are so supportive and encouraging, and that means the world to us. If you are not a patron and would like to join us on Patreon, our URL is patreon.com/GroveGuardianPress, or you can find the link on D&D Duet. Our secondary sponsorship for our session tonight is my novel, Buried Heroes, now available in hardback and paperback. Ooh, is so pretty. Anyway, if you enjoy fantasy stories, if you like druids and world building and it's a high fantasy story set in our homebrew world of Eldura. So if those things resonate as things that you like, if you like adventure and interesting characters, then I would love for you to check it out. You can read the prequel novella to Buried Heroes for free on my website, bethbellbooks.com. So please check that out.
I gotta say, I might be a little bit biased, just like the teeniest little bit, but it's such a good book. It's so exciting. It's amazing. We're so excited to share it with you.
Speaking of sharing, are you ready to dive back into the world of Eldura?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Are we gonna do Gareth's thing?
Yes. So we're trying something new. We're really excited about. Our wonderful PC Gareth is going to bring us into the session, and we'll just kind of jump off from there.
I got nervous, like all of a sudden, just like
that. Oh no! It's gonna be great. Sorry, I realized I didn't have any dice ready just in case, so I'm tinkering for like 1 second. Okay, ready for real.
I am Gareth Stosdak. For many years, I've been working my craft in the middle ring of the stronghold city of Respite. I'm a blacksmith by trade, and I live a pretty low-key existence. That was until the guard came knocking. The city guard, right?
City watch?
The city watch came knocking. They had a writ from the city that would essentially force me to produce arms for them at a rate that was unacceptable. I am a guild member, after all. When I denied their request, they promptly chained me, started to take me in. But, as fortune would have it, some new friends from a loose collective of anarchists and starry-eyed dreamers interceded on my behalf. The brigade, they were well-intended, but were quickly wiped out by the city's elite forces, the Night Watch. A Night Watch captain named Millicent Legree spared me, but my freedom would come at a price. I was tasked with tracking down someone named Ryder. I was to put on the facade of being a member of this brigade and make contact with this Ryder person at the Elf Song Tavern. I ventured out into the outer ring and went to the tavern where I met a half-elf from the Witchwood on the run from some brigands. I know lowlifes when I see them, and she also told me that she had seen something of vital importance to me. It concerned the bright city of Beacon, where my son is stationed. I had heard rumors that something had happened, and a number of refugees had recently arrived on the outside of Respite, and this was the first small piece of information that I had gleaned about what had happened to Beacon and ostensibly what had happened to my son, so I knew that I had to protect this person, not only as someone who was being mistreated and targeted unjustly, but also primarily as someone who might be able to provide information. We confronted some real thick-necked toughs in the Elf Song Tavern that wanted to take her in for the crime of being not from here. And, well, in the scuffle, I'd acquired some rings from them that tied them to a cult serving Braemorn, a dark god of sorts whose worship is forbidden in the city. I learned that they had acquired another person. They were after Tessina, but the day before they had picked up somebody else by the name of Ryder. They took Ryder to some kind of weird holding place underneath a bathhouse. And that's where Tessina and I are headed at the moment, walking through the mean streets of Respite.
Yay! Thank you, that was lovely. Let me get us to Respite really fast. Okay. Gareth, you and Tessina are walking through the dark city streets of the city of Respite. It is well after dark at this point, and the two of you are venturing from the tavern district, here-ish. You'll need to go through the middle city gate and towards the Grand Temple, where the bathhouse is located very near to the inner city of Respite.
What time of day is it? What's the scene?
Okay, so it's late at night. I think you got to the Elfsong Tavern around dusk. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's, 9, 10 o'clock at night right now. So it's not crazy late. There's still some people out, especially in the outer ring of the city. But as you go towards the middle of the city, there are going to be fewer and fewer people. Most of the time, it's kind of a reverse of the type of movement that we see early in the morning in Respite, where people go from the outer ring towards the middle of the city if they're working in different people's houses, for example. But then the middle of the city tends to come to the outer ring of Respite for revelry in the evenings. There are bars and taverns in the middle ring, but they aren't quite as fun or exciting as the ones in the outer ring.
Cool. As we go, I'd like to keep an eye out for more Braemorn cultists that might be after Tessina, and I'd also like to, if we have a moment and I can find a spot to kind of duck to the side, then I'd like to just take a moment, because I'd like to do, since we leveled up, I'd like to do my special forge domain thing.
Cool. Okay. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Perception check brought to you by D&D Beyond. In just a second. 16.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So you're keeping an eye out as you and Tessina are walking through the city streets. As far as you can tell, you don't see any more of the cultists of Braymorn, and they were disguised as city guards, specifically the guard of the gate, who supervise the outside of the city of Respite, rather than supervising more of the activities on the inside. But still, you don't notice anyone directly following the two of you or keeping an eye on the two of you. There, you see guards on patrol, but they don't stop you or look at either of you for much longer than is normal.
Okay, great. And when I duck in, I'm going to turn to Tessina.
What are we doing in this alley?
I need a moment. Will you watch the... I need a moment, if you'll just watch the...
Okay. She pulls out a dagger and stands at the corner.
So I'm looking for just a little bit of privacy, and I'm going to take my shield with its symbol of Vulcan, and I'm going to find a not gross place to put it, like kind of rest it on the ground and lean it on the wall. And I'm going to kneel in front of it, and I'm gonna kind of take a knee and kind of regard the symbol, and under Gareth's breath, he's going to say, Melina, I need you. And he's going to kind of close his eyes for a second, and he's going to use Blessing of the Forge and turn his shield into a magical shield that gives him +1 to his AC.
Cool. And how long does that last?
It lasts until I have another long rest, or I die.
Ooh.
So.
Oh, well, there you go. That's great. And just in case it's unclear to anybody watching, Melina is Gareth's wife. I think we've accidentally used a different name for her before. Something with an S. Sorry.
Something.
Melina. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so you you kneel on the ground for a minute and kind of call out to the spirit of your wife in hopes of connecting with your deity Vulcan. And after a few minutes, you feel kind of a surge of power and a slight quickening of your senses as well, as you feel a fiery warmth within.
Perfect. I will collect the shield and kind of go on, and I think as I pass Tessina, ready.
Okay. So she kind of tucks her little dagger back into her belt, pulls a small cape over it, and the two of you continue walking through the city.
As we go, I'll say, Tessina, I'm trying to be as quiet as possible and just kind of speak with her while still keeping an eye out for everybody. Tessina, these Braymorn followers, they were after you, and they apparently grabbed the person that I was going to meet. Do you know Ryder?
Not exactly, but of her?
You think that you know of her? What do you know? Surely any information would be helpful to have.
Well, there is word in the camps outside of the city that one must be careful inside the city of Respite, as it's not necessarily welcoming to people to recent refugees, but that there are people who will help you if you get into the city, called the Brigade, and it's said to be run by a woman named Evelyn, and I believe that this Evelyn is the same as Evelyn Ryder, who you were waiting for, but There were a couple of places where she was said to be, and well, I was looking for someone from the brigade when I ran into you. I knew that they were following me. It is said that refugees on their own don't live for very long. Disappearing.
Has Gareth overheard anything like that, or just like besides just knowing that generally there's like refugees outside of Respite are usually greeted with suspicion and angst and rumors and stuff like that?
You've been hearing more xenophobia lately than you have in the past. That's the right term for it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Gareth, roll a history check just to kind of roll back through the past couple days.
I would love to. 5.
Woo! You're aware that tensions have been higher the last few days, especially as you've been paying attention, but you can't think of a specific rumor that would, or conversation that would kind of pin this down. But you don't spend very much time in the outer ring of the city either, and you know from your own experience, having been an outsider to Respite yourself, that it takes some time to kind of work your way up in the city. So the chances of you running into someone who's brand new in the city are smaller.
Okay.
I think you would certainly be kind of remembering some of your conversations with Maverick, but he just told you that they needed weapons and magical weapons, but he wasn't able to tell you enough that you would have a really definite idea about what's going on.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so we are going to, as surreptitiously as possible, make our way from the outer ring through the gate and towards the bathhouse.
Dun, 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 dun. Roll a stealth check for me, Gareth.
That sounds terrible. 0.
Oh, no. I was going to tell you to roll a normal stealth check since Tessina is helping you, so you don't have to roll it with disadvantage. Do you want to try that again? We'll just take the one on the left. Are you happy with your 0?
You're the DM, you tell me.
I was going to make you roll it again, and we'll take whichever one is on the left, since that's, I'm assuming, the first roll.
Right.
Another 0. So the dice have spoken. You may or may not crash into somebody's stack of wood outside of their house as you're kind of surreptitiously sneaking around, and it kind of clatters around. And
didn't see you there.
Sorry, I wanted to get our music going back again. Sorry about that. And so you reach the middle gate. What's your business? A guard halts you outside of the gate to the middle ring.
I'll just step forward. I'm Master Gareth Stojdak of I had a cool name for it last week.
Spear Forge?
I'll get back to that. I'm Gareth Stojdak. I have a forge in the middle ring.
And she?
She's with me.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check, Gareth.
23, nat 20.
Nice. Oh, pardon me, sir. Go right on ahead.
I look at him like, and then we go on.
He looks very apologetic and hangs his head a little bit as you walk past. He feels really bad.
I mean, come on, I'm just trying to go home.
He's just checking to make sure that your home is going to be secure for you to go back to.
I think he needs to mind his own business. Anyway, we go on.
You keep creeping. Your knowledge of the city is this point. So I think that you're able to, if you don't want to stop anywhere else, I'm going to let you navigate right up to the bathhouse that you were told about by Silbrus.
Yes, I don't think I have any other stops. And I think I'll check as we get closer. Tessina, I'm anticipating that there will be more unpleasantness inside. Are you sure you're up for that?
I am sure, yes. I think that there will probably be more unpleasantness too. Unless Evelyn is just hanging out at the bathhouse, in which case we could all take a bath, and then we could go to your house, and then we could go to Beacon.
Let's hope it's that. Tessina, I was thinking that we might try to get as far as we can with these. And I give her one of the Braymorn rings that we got off of the Stooges. And I'll slip one on, and I'll say, I don't anticipate that this will let us walk out with Ryder, but I am thinking that this might help, at least initially.
Do you think that it's cursed? She kind of looks really at her ring really closely.
Ooh, I will say, you know what? Give me a moment. And I'm going to find a spot that's not like in the middle of the street. And I would like to ritually cast Identify
Okay.
on this ring to double check that it's not cursed with any Braymorn ickiness.
Good.
And see if it has any magical qualities.
And Braymorn is the god of murder, or in case there was any confusion about that. I have just in case it's helpful. While you cast Identify, I will pull up a little sheet. Yeah. Braymorn, god of murder. We may or may not see other deities later. Okay. So you spend 10 minutes casting Identify. Over the course of your casting, you hear Tessina whisper, "Please stop being locked." But otherwise, she waits quietly with her dagger out, ready to go.
I just look at her like, give me a second.
I'm just saying. She goes back to her watch. You cast Identify. What is it?
I just realized I didn't pick any new spells or anything.
Oh no.
So
okay.
We cast Identify. Just keep going.
Cast Identify.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, yeah, cool. Perfect. Cast Identify. It is not a cursed item, so that's good since you already put it on. It does have kind of an icky aura to it, but it was just on an icky cultist. So other than that, it doesn't appear to be magical.
Okay. Cool. Ooh. Gosh, I really should have, here we go.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
For the next thing?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So when we get towards the bathhouse, what am I looking at here?
I will tell you. 1 second. Okay. Can you see anything?
I see a black screen. It's
Okay.
very intriguing. Oh wait, I'm super zoomed in.
Let's see. I need to reveal some spots for you.
Oh.
There. Did that have some things show up?
Yes, I see some
You see a courtyard.
A courtyard, of course.
Mhm. Okay. Are you ready? I'm assuming you guys are kind of hiding a little bit outside of the courtyard.
Yeah, so we're looking at the walls of the courtyard?
Yes, although there's a gate here. Oh, well, let me. Here, this is the gate.
Mm-hmm.
The bathhouse is a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles. 10-foot tall walls enclose a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. The closed wooden doors to the courtyard are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water. What would you like to do?
Have I been to this bathhouse before?
You have not, but you are aware of it. Roll a history check.
I will roll that history check. In just a moment, because I was totally picking spells. History. Boom. 17.
Okay. So you know that the bathhouse closes at midnight and reopens at dawn. City residents come and go here throughout the day and into the evening, especially the wealthier residents of the city, so those who live in the middle and inner rings. I'm sure you've been to the bathhouse maybe once or twice before, or if not this one, then something similar. Maybe on the other side of the middle ring, since you live a little bit further away from this one. And this is the kind of poshest of the options outside of the very middle of the city.
Cool. Excellent. So, and it's closed. We don't see anybody walking around or anything? Do we hear anything?
Roll a perception check.
Perception, coming right up. 15.
Nice. So you do not see anyone walking around. You do hear kind of a burbling water sound.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to walk up to the gate and peek inside the courtyard and see if I see anything.
Okay. You're pretty tall, aren't you?
Gareth is taller.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are on your tippy toes. You can kind of peek over. You see a few fountains scattered about this courtyard with some fluffy bushes and some well-groomed flowers. You see a few windows.
Okay. I'm going to check the gate. Is it locked?
It is not.
Okay. I'll say to Tessina, follow my lead. And I will open the gate and walk in like I know what I'm doing.
Do you have a weapon out or anything?
I think I have my weapons, like, at my side.
Okay. I meant, like, are you carrying one while you walk around, or you just walking like you know what? I wanted to know what walking what you know like you're doing looks like.
Oh, I'm gonna walk like I belong here, which is not, like, with a shield out and a mace in one hand. So my mace will be on my belt, my shield will be within reach, and I'm just kind of gonna walk in and see if anybody stops me.
Cool. Okay. Tessina struts right behind you. Jogs to catch up really fast because she was hiding at the other building. Great. Let me reveal one other little baby spot. Okay.
Do we have our tokens?
Yes. Let me grab them for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where did I put you? Sorry.
I need to pick 2 more first level spells. Cure wounds would be good to have, right?
Okay. Let me shrink you down so you're not huge. Do the same for Tessina. Where do you go, Gareth?
Gareth is going to stride in, and he's going to be looking for people, but he's going to walk in, and when he gets here, I think he's going to stop and kind of take a peek at this door and see if he hears anything.
Okay. Give me 1 second. As you approach the door, there are burbling fountains. But then, all of a sudden, boom. Actually, Gareth, roll a perception check. Let me see if you know what you're looking at.
11.
You have seen depictions of these creatures. It seems as though a small imp has landed in front of you.
I try to not look surprised, and I say,
It kind of flutters a little bit off the ground and waves its wings occasionally. Who are you?
I'm Gareth Storsdak. I am here to see Ryder.
Ryder. Why are you here? Really?
I assure you that what I told you is absolutely true.
Ryder is a prisoner here.
Yes, I'm here to see the prisoner that you have.
Ah, but which prisoner? He's not already dead.
If she's already dead, then... well, I don't need to see her.
Business with her.
Listen, I've been sent to get Ryder. That's all you need to know.
I don't think so. On your finger may have fooled the ones you passed, but not me.
I'm gonna use something that I haven't used before.
Okay.
Try something. Here we go. I'm going to cast Command.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell this imp to flee.
Ooh. Okay, so how does command work?
So the imp must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Or it runs away.
Rolled the wisdom. I don't know why he rolled it twice. Maybe they're supposed to.
I think they get advantage
13.
on wisdom saves.
Do they? Okay.
Because they have like fiendish resistance or something.
Yes, sorry. So magic resistance, saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Thank you. Yeah, so 14.
14? Sorry, 1 second. My spellcasting modifier naturally is on the sheet somewhere that I
Are you looking for
know. Spell. Oh, my save DC is only 12, so saves.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
He just shakes his head at you.
Okay. I'm gonna run up and smack it.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna just smack him. I didn't have to come to this. Oops. Wait.
Him with.
I'm smacking him with my mace.
Okay.
Oh, good. I rolled a 9.
Okay. So as you swing, he kind of flies up out of the way and giggles. No, no, no. That, you know what? That's just not, it's not necessary. Look, the two of you seem more capable than those I've dealt with in the past. So whatever it is that you wish, or whatever or whomever, is mine to command. What do you want? Normally, it's these sniveling, crying people, and I have no patience for that, but you have some gumption. I like it.
Imp, I told you that I am here to see Ryder. Take me to her.
How about I bring her to you and you stay here?
Can I tell if this imp is engaged in some kind of bait and switch deception?
Roll an insight check.
Insight. 15.
So, knowing imps to be the creatures that they are of the fiendish variety, you would assume that while the imp might twist his words, that he likely means what he's saying, but that he's not going to tell you anything more than he absolutely has to. So he's speaking the truth if one is willing to read between the lines.
Right. Can I say, Imp, what are you up to? Why would you turn on your masters this quickly? Just because you're bored? I don't buy it.
Turn on my masters. No. I don't know what you're talking about. My master is not here. But she wants me to keep a close eye.
I look back at Tessina. What's her vibe? Is she suspicious, or is she like, oh yeah, imps?
Tessina is glaring at the imp and she's kind of mirroring what you're doing. So she's like got her arms crossed and is glaring at the imp. She has her, like, she's ready to grab her dagger.
Mm-hmm.
She leans up on tiptoe. What do you think we should do?
I'm gonna look at the imp and say, bring her to me unharmed in 5 minutes, or we kick in the door and see what happens.
Such demands you make. Very well. I cannot promise ready harms, but whatever harm befalls her will not be of my doing. And he disappears.
So we are going to wait in the courtyard, listening intently for 5 minutes, and then we're going to kick in the door.
Okay. Cool. So you set your timer for 5 minutes.
Hey Siri.
1, 2, 3.
Tessina, at least count in a different language.
1, 2, 3, 4. You just want to wait?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to wait for 5 minutes and then we're going to go in.
Okay. Let's see.
Should I have not trusted the imp?
I think it's fine that you trusted the imp. I'm trying to decide what's going to happen to you.
Probably nothing. There's probably no consequences.
Okay. So, sorry, I want to make sure I have the right people. Who is this person? Sorry, there are like a bajillion things everywhere. Alrighty. So, you sent our imp friend inside. You wait for a couple minutes, and then, ba 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 ba.
We're on the lookout for anything weird or anything that sounds like it's coming or anything strange.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Probably with advantage because Evelyn is helping me.
Because Tessina is helping you.
That's it. Tessina. Ooh. The second one's a lot better.
Nice. So you hear a door open from inside the place. Also, so you're looking at this bathhouse, 20-foot high pillared chamber. Oh wait, no, that's on the inside. Sorry. You're looking at this tall bathhouse, 1 story.
Does it have windows?
Yes. Sorry. So let me see if I can reveal just the windows for you. Oop. There's some windows. This is a door. There are windows on the back side. I don't know if you guys went over there or not. I don't know if you checked the place out in advance.
If we could, in this 5 minutes, then Gareth would walk over and like peek in the window, see if he could see anything.
Okay. Gareth, you see, let me make sure I have the right person. Why can't I click on them? Yes, so you see a cloaked figure standing with their back up against the window, kind of silhouetted by low lantern light.
I mouth to Evelyn, "Sketchos."
This is Tessina.
Tessina. I'm sorry, I keep looking at your screen that says DM and Evelyn.
Okay. Well, sorry.
I look at Tessina and I say, "Sketchos."
What did we do? Why wouldn't it let me click anything?
Are you on the right layer?
I thought so. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong thing. Yay! Sorry. Should we go in?
I think we're gonna wait to see. I mean, like at the 5-minute mark, we're kicking in the door.
Okay. Roll one more perception check for me.
Okay, was I able to see inside anything?
So it's pretty dark on the inside. You see a figure standing in front of the window. And as you kind of peer in, you see some columns. You don't really see any movement. You do see large baths that you would assume that people use in more of the public areas.
Okay. My most recent perception check was 20.
Mm-hmm. You rolled 2 20s in a row.
Uh-huh. I'm that good.
Okay, so right at the edge of the 5 minutes, the imp emerges with a figure with their head kind of covered with a bag, and kind of throws the figure on the ground and floats back away, kind of flapping their wings.
Did this tiny imp just deliver a whole human?
A whole person. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did they say anything as they arrive?
Yes. Do you walk over, or are you still at the window?
Oh, I walked over.
Okay. Your package delivered. Now leave. That was our deal. Take her and go.
I kneel down and I look at the figure that he's unceremoniously dropped. Who am I looking at here?
Okay. Do you take the bag off of this person's head?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tessina comes over to kind of to help you. So you find with like her hands bound behind her back and ankles tied, a roll a perception check for me one more time. I know you're like looking at this person directly, but this will help with the level of detail because it's not super bright outside. Cool. So the woman that you're looking at has shiny bronze skin, dark red hair that turns like a fiery red on the end. So like like a wine color down to like super garnet, bright red, down by her shoulders. Kind of basic clothing, like you would assume someone like a prisoner might have. She looks to be quite injured, and you see like strange bird marks kind of all over her person. She's not very responsive. Roll a medicine check.
5.
Not very responsive.
I'm going to kneel down and I'm going to say, Evelyn, Ryder. And as I do, I'm going to put my hands on her and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Nice. Okay, how much does she heal?
Let's see. 4 whole points of healing.
Okay, thank you. So you do Cure Wounds, and her eyelids kind of flutter for a second and slowly open. And she kind of looks up at you, scowling for a second. Who are you? She turns around, sees the imp, glares.
I'm going to say, I'm with the brigade.
Interesting.
Can you walk? And I move to free her ankles.
Okay. The imp is like, go on, go on, go on. So you, what are you freeing her ankles with?
With my mace.
You can do it if you want. Tessina kind of intervenes and starts cutting the bindings.
Perfect.
Are you still kneeling on the ground?
Yes, I'm kind of checking on Evelyn and kind of half checking on Evelyn, half scowling at the imp.
Okay. So you hear very faintly, there are others inside.
From Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, okay. Cool. I'm going to give her a sagacious nod.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we should get you out of here as soon as possible. And I'm going to try to impart to her, like, yes. Wink!
Okay.
Yeah. So, if we can, I'll get her legs freed, and I'll kind of scowl at the imp again, and maybe we'll go out the way we came.
Okay.
And
cool. Yeah. So you get her feet free. Tessina gets her feet free, gets her hands free. You both kind of help her up and escort her out of the compound.
Yes, if that's possible.
Sure.
As we leave, I'm going to be on the lookout for who or whatever else the imp referred to, like, may have fooled me, or may have fooled everybody else, but not me. I'm going to be on the lookout for anybody that he might be referring to. Like, did the nymph statues look sketchy? Or
So roll a perception check.
whopping 4.
Whopping 4. You don't see anybody. These are the least animated statues you've ever seen.
I think to myself, masons, the blacksmiths of stone. And we walk out, and I'm going to try to encourage Evelyn and Tessina to walk out with a briskness. And, I mean, somewhere as close as possible, but out of sight. You know, I was thinking about here on the map, but I don't want to be, like, under this window, you know? So
right. I think that's a good call.
Somewhere close, but out of the way. I want to stop and talk to Evelyn.
Okay. So I'm going to take you all to... I'll just take us to, like, the city map for a second. And then give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so you guys leave the bathhouse, go kind of around the corner, seemingly walk down the street, and then you pull everybody into an alley.
We love alleys.
Okay, you go into yet another alley. Tessina thinks that's really funny and interesting. And what do you want to do?
I kind of stop Evelyn, and I put a hand on her shoulder, and I say, Evelyn Ryder.
She kind of flinches back away from your touch. Yes.
I'm Gareth Storsdak. I was sent to find you.
By whom? Great.
Never mind that right now. You said you had friends that were still in?
I have enemies that are still in.
I'm sorry, the first part of that cut up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. She said that she has enemies who are still inside.
But not friends? I'm gonna say, I thought you had people inside that you still needed.
I thought that you were here from the brigade. Is that not right? You know why we're here. You know what they've been doing inside. She looks back and forth between the two of you, like, confused.
I'm gonna say, someone sent me to find you. I had to find you to secure my freedom, but I'm not really in the brigade. I owe the brigade a debt. They helped me when I was being taken. Some good people died helping me. Do you know Maverick?
Yes.
I didn't know him well, but he stuck his neck out for me when he didn't have to. Tell me what's going on here.
There may be people inside who are still alive. I kind of doubt it. But they might have survived long enough. That beast pulled me out of one of the torture rooms.
Why are they torturing people? Why are they torturing members of the brigade?
Well, they've been capturing, well, they've been stealing refugees off the streets. We've been following them for the last few weeks, trying to figure out why, who they were taking. We did enough digging to find out that they were stealing those of various magical abilities, as well as refugees from Beacon, specifically. I was on my way to, to try to gather reinforcements when they took me, leaving the Elfsong Tavern.
Did you find out?
I don't know how long it's been.
Did you find out why they are taking refugees and people from Beacon?
Armsden scowls down at the ground.
Gareth.
And Gareth, you know that you are questioning and dealing with someone who is in a lot of pain, and you know how long that she's been down there, but she doesn't know that. And
how do I know how long she's been down there?
Because you found out from Silverus when he last saw her.
Which was
the day before.
Okay. So I would say I know that you still have work here that you want to do, and I know that you want to stop these people from continuing to hurt people, and I know that you probably want some justice for your friends and for yourself. I want to help you with that, but in return for my help, I'll need yours as well. I need you to trust me enough to tell me what's going on, and I need you to go with me to meet somebody after we're done.
Oh.
I'm going to... does Tessina have healing? I think I'm going to do... let's see. Let's look at Tessina's.
I think Tessina might have like a little bit of healing.
I gave her healing word, maybe? Yeah. Can she do a healing word?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to roll that for me?
Yes.
Will it let you, do you have, or can you roll it just a d4?
Yes, I can do both. Oops. D4. Wait. D4. 2.
Okay.
So with her, and that, she gets her casting bonus to that too, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's plus
Which
3.
is... Okay, plus 3 total?
Yes. So 5 more points of healing for Evelyn.
Oh.
And Gareth, he's sensitive to the fact that Evelyn is hurt, but he is just trying to figure out if she knows what's going on, and he's trying to give a reason to help. And I think that after Evelyn has healed some, he'll say, the person that sent me after you is the same person that killed members of the brigade.
I would like to meet them then.
It's a person named Millicent Legree. How does Gareth would be interested to know how she reacts to that name.
Okay, roll an insight check.
Insight
check. Her shrug.
Terrible.
She shrugs. She looks at Tessina. Thank you. So they're capturing people, experimenting on them somehow, and murdering them inside beneath the bathhouse. Strange blades that they used. She just kind of shudders. I saw. She looks down and sees the ring on your hand, and her eyes kind of get wide for a second, and she takes a step back away from you.
And I think Gareth, seeing that, would say, No. We got these off of buttholes that we dispatched. We use these to get to you, to bring you out of there.
Thank you. Of Braemorn, Raka, and Zarmev inside in different places. I saw them passing through. I overheard a couple conversations. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do. But before we went in, I had believed, or I've been trying to track down their leaders, what they're doing inside of the city, why they're working together, specifically here, why they're capturing people. But I feel it has to have something to do with what's happening in Beacon, but I haven't been able to put together the pieces.
Gareth will indicate Tessina and tell Ryder that she was there. They were after her.
And yeah, Tessina kind of looks at Evelyn and says, yes, they when they were talking to us in the tavern, they said that they wanted people who could cast magic, and that's why they had been following me. But I think that they were following me before they knew I could do anything. But I'm not sure. So what are we going to do? Are we going to go back to Gareth, to your fort? Are we going to raid the bathhouse? What should we do?
Gareth will look at Evelyn and say, with some help, do you still have business in that bathhouse?
Yes. For it. I don't like to put my battles on other people, so I can take care of it if I need to.
If we help you, will you come with me?
So you can turn me in to the Night Watch?
I told her that I would bring you. I didn't say anything else beyond that.
Mm. So what's hidden inside that might help make an argument for our extrication?
You think there's something inside that would help us avoid
Someone.
Entanglement?
I think there's someone inside who's very entangled.
You haven't seen the Raven around, have you?
The Raven? No. I thought he left.
It would have been really nice if he'd been there.
I think, from what we were able to pick up, this kind of kicked off after the head of the watch left the city. So, we shouldn't keep talking about this out in the open. Are we going back in, or are we waiting?
Let's go. let's go. Let's be smart about it. I propose that I'll go through the courtyard, and ladies, perhaps you can... Maybe I'll make a scene, and perhaps you all can use the windows on the outside of the courtyard to get into the front area.
All right.
All right.
All my stuff's in there, so.
Oh. What do you typically use?
Blade. Usually carry some daggers like this one. Staff. I'm not picky.
So Gareth can make blades. That's something he can do with his channel divinity. I don't know if it would be more because I don't think it makes sense to roll in with nothing for her.
Mm-hmm.
So if possible, I'd like to get her something, but I don't know if it'd be a shorter distance to like walk to my forge, or if it would be because I think it takes an hour for me to do my thing.
Okay, well, it's at least an hour's walk to the forge, if not longer, and it's getting later at night. If you will trust me on that, you guys can just steal something from the inside. And Evelyn would say as much. I'll just take whatever the first person we see has.
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys want to go back to the bathhouse right now?
Yeah. Let's go. Time to crack some skulls. I'm going to... As we go,
Okay, what's the plan?
I'm going to... I think that the plan is for me to go first. Perhaps Tessina and Evelyn can be over here on this side. Are the windows something that they can get through or break through, or...
They can break them.
Okay, so...
And they'll check. They can look and see if they can just kind of pop through.
Okay, when they hear something go... When I say the code word... I'm going to say the code word... Forge.
Okay.
Then that's the signal for them to crack through the windows and to start whooping butt.
Okay.
Gareth is going to go marching straight in, scowling. He's going to put his Braymorn ring back on. And he's going to go marching in and head towards the door and see if the imp says or does anything.
Okay. Do you want to roll a perception check to see if you notice anything as you go?
Yes, I would love to. That perception check is an 18.
So you don't see anybody. You don't see the imp.
Perfect. I'm going to keep going. And is the door obviously locked or no?
No.
Okay. I would like to just put my boot through the middle door if possible. I'm going to see if I can kick it open.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Strength check coming right up. Boom. 13. Wait, that's a strength save. But come on. Oh my gosh. 4.
Okay. The door does not open.
I tried to open it with my hands. Is it locked?
Okay. It is not locked. I mean, I think you can like kind of jimmy it for a second. It's at least not locked well. It seems that maybe the imp forgot on his way back out. And so you can go inside.
Beautiful. What am I looking at here?
I will tell you in 1 second once I get on the right thing. Okay. So, so you are inside of a pillared chamber with 20-foot high walls. They're adorned with frescoes of people bathing with kind of like artfully placed greenery around so that they're not too scandalous. And there are some and there are some stained glass windows that filter in a little bit of light from the outside from the streets, but not a whole lot. So it's a relatively dimly lit area. Polished blue marble that covers the floor, and then you see 3 shallow pools. That's what these blobs are. And then it smells really lovely in here. So each pool kind of has, as you walk around, a different sort of, a different kind of perfumed scent. And then, oh, I can't move this person. Okay. Do you see the people?
Yes, I see 2
Oh, good.
ladies and some wraiths, some night kings.
Okay, sorry. I need to... The ladies aren't there. Sorry. One. So this person right here is the one that you saw before, just to get kind of your bearings.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kick open the door. You see these things, you see these bats, but you also see some sketcho dudes around this chamber as well.
Okay, and they're sketcho dudes. Do they look like the thugs that I beat up at the Elf Song Tavern?
No.
Are they Baroque?
They are... Oh, hey, I can show them to you because there's a cool picture of them.
Perfect.
What's the cool picture? Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry. I can't show you exactly what they look like. They look close to... Boom.
Ooh,
Can you see this cool looking scary guy? Yeah. Okay. So you look and you see cloaked figures. They do look a whole lot like the raids in Lord of the Rings. So they've got the cowls and the capes and a curved blade, heavily armored with swords along the sides. Roll a perception check, Gareth.
Perception. Here we go. 19.
Nice. So you also see the back window kind of fly open and Evelyn push herself through.
I didn't even say forge.
Aren't you inside?
Yeah. It's okay. This figure, is it walking towards me with weapons?
Yes. So all 3 figures have weapons drawn. Would you like to roll initiative?
Sure.
Okay.
I think we should switch the music too.
Yes. Sorry. Ba-ba-ba.
Oops. Do you care if I roll my initiative again? I meant to select my token before rolling initiative, and I think it'll put it in the thing for you.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Even terrible.
What happened?
I rolled a 2. I'm just rolling really garbage, but... You know, I wouldn't be mad if, like, I kick open the door, this guy's walking towards me with weapons, and I just smack him.
You rolled a 2?
I did roll a 2. With my...
Okay, how about you...
With my door jiggle.
Let's just try it again. Roll one more time. Let's see if we can make it more exciting. Okay, well, I deleted it accidentally, so...
The dice gods are so decisive tonight.
Did you roll another 2?
I rolled another 2, just like I rolled another 0 for that stealth check earlier.
Why are you getting... Okay, let me get everybody on the thing. Add turn. Okay, so for some reason, everybody else... Oh, I guess because they get to roll for them. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, this is like not the most... Night Blade. Character sheet. Cool. Oops. Okay. We're going to roll some... Can you tell me those numbers?
Do you want me to roll? What do you want me to roll?
Nope, I got it. I just needed to see those numbers. Oh, it doesn't show them to you, does it?
Nope.
Will you roll initiative for Evelyn and will you roll initiative for Tessina for me, please?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, here we go.
Tessina rolled a 7.
Oh, look, I fixed Evelyn's for her. Don't need this. Oh, shoot. Tessina rolled... Okay. Oops. I messed up. This is the new... Oh, I know what to do. I'm sorry, honey. Add turn. Sorry, viewers. Okay. This is Evelyn's token, and it won't let me switch them. So we're going to switch her and Tessina really fast. Tessina rolled a 7 for her initiative?
Yes.
Okay. She's the one who's showing up as commoner in the thing. But we'll just let that happen for now. Okay, Nightblades rolled 22, 5, and 18. 22, 5, 18. And we will sort in ascending order. Oops. We will sort in descending order, obviously. Cool. Okay.
Oh, man. Here we go.
So, Gareth, you are the first one to enter the room. You're going to go first, and then we're going to go into our first round of combat.
Love it. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm going to, as I bust in, I see Evelyn crawling through. I yell, "Forge!" I'm going to... I think we're going to start simple. And we're just going to walk up, and I'd like to make a mace attack on this jabroni right here and see how that feels.
Roll an attack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Okay, so that misses. Do you want to do anything else?
With my bonus action, I would like to... Nope. I'm just gonna wait. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's my turn. Oh, wait. I still have some movement left. I think that I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to catch, like, kind of interpose between these two jabronis.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right, so this person is going next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to come attack you, Gareth. With a dagger. What is it?
Oh, as he comes stomping over, I'm going to shout something awesome like "This house of murder will be cleansed."
Awesome. Okay, so he kind of stomps with his blade out. Does a 20 hit?
A 20?
He rolled a... Yeah.
My AC is 19.
Okay. So he does 3 points of piercing damage.
As I'm too busy shouting, like... Your
So
god
he
is
kind
not
of-
as good as my god. Oh, God, that hurt.
He like waves the cloak or something and distracts you, and then the blade just slips in right by your side.
Devious.
Evelyn, though, is going to run in 5, 10, 15. And she is going to very helpfully
Does she...
unarmed strike.
Can I make a suggestion?
Oh, sure.
Does she want to
You
flank?
want to do... Yeah. Do you want to be in charge of Evelyn? Can you move her?
I don't think I can... I don't think I have control over her token, but Evelyn's your character. Go ahead.
Okay. She is going to... she's going to grapple this guy, I think.
Love it.
And then try to take his... your dagger away from him. So she is going to make a... Let's see. Do you think she makes a strength check and he does, like, competing strength checks?
I think it'd be, yeah, probably competing strength checks.
Okay. Oh my gosh. She rolled that one.
That was a stealth check, though.
Oh. I just saw the S. Thank you. Okay.
That's a strength save.
I said it. There's so many. It's so silly. Oh, it rolled one of the big dice. But like with this fake dice on the screen. Anyway, 9. This guy is going to make his. And he rolled a 7. So cool. Grappled. It's not like the most impressive fight you've ever seen. Like it looks bad on both sides, but this cultist is a lot skinnier once Evelyn like has her arms wrapped around him, and so they're kind of like locked in a struggle. Yay! Okay, this one is gonna go next, and he's gonna come try to attack you. He looks for a second like he's gonna be really cool and leap over the pool, but he just kind of runs around it instead. Sorry. He is also going to try to stab you. Does a 16 hit?
No, so I whip around and
Oh,
block it with my magical shield.
nice. Okay. So it's Tessina's turn. What would you like for her to do?
I would like... Let me pull up her sheet. Tessina.
If you can tell me where you want her to go, I can stick her there
Yes.
until I figure out how to give you control of her.
She's going to use a bonus action to bind a spirit to her.
Okay.
And for her action, she is going to... I think she would step in, and for right now, since nobody's been hurt yet, she's going to whip a dagger at this guy.
Cool. Okay. Roll an attack.
Yes. I cannot roll.
Oh my gosh.
8.
You need to like cleanse the dice or
We
something.
need some like burning sage or something and like waft it towards my computer. Maybe that would help our internet connection too.
Maybe. Okay, so she throws the dagger. It goes right past the guy. He just barely dodges out of the way. It doesn't hit Evelyn, but it hits against the far wall.
Okay.
Do you want her to go anywhere, or do you want her to stay where she is?
That would be great, actually, if she would run in, and I think she's going to flank this guy.
Cool.
And
Okay.
Gareth is trying to draw as much attention to himself as possible.
That's nice of you.
My AC is 19. It's only worked out.
Okay, so this next cultist is going to attack you. Does a 6 hit?
No.
I know we just talked about this. Okay, so he misses. Gareth,
All right,
you're
Gareth
up.
is done messing around.
Hmm.
He is going to... Ah! What the heck is that?
All right, so pretend you can't see him yet. I was trying to be efficient.
Tessina, look out! I'm going to try to clobber the person that Tessina is helping me flank. So I'm going to attack with a mace with advantage.
Okay. Come on, Gareth.
2 11s?
Oh, their AC is 12.
This thing is broken.
This is like the worst. This is like the slowest, worst part ever. We all rolled under 10 the whole time. We might as well have been rolling d12s. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, this new person, isn't he scary and cool?
Yeah, I hate him.
Okay, so, Gareth, roll a religion check while we're mid-fight for me.
Vulcan! I rolled a 1.
Okay. This scary man with a skull pops out of this other room.
Ah! I mean, Gareth follows Vulcan. He gets it, but it's not, he's not the bookish kind of, let's study other religions or even my own religion very much kind of guy.
Got you.
He's not even proficient in religion.
That's okay. So, a new scary person has entered the initiative order. At first, this person is going to, feeling like they have you pretty well surrounded, he's going to turn and attack Evelyn.
No.
He hits and she takes 3 points of piercing damage. So Evelyn kind of cries out and stumbles back behind you. Or sorry, in front of you, but you see her stepping back away from this person a little bit.
Was it this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is her turn. Oh wait, no, she had him grappled. I did that totally wrong.
Oh, I thought she failed her grapple.
No, she succeeded on her grapple.
Oh.
So he needs to make a strength check to try to break the grapple.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's his action.
Yeah. Okay, he does break the grapple with his action, but that's going to be his turn. It's now Evelyn's turn. And she is going to... what seems like it would be helpful for Evelyn to do, honey? Actually, Evelyn is going to grab Tessina's sword from over here, or the dagger that flew out of the way. And then she's going to try to stab this guy.
Perfect.
We're going to roll it like it's a scimitar, because that's what I have on her sheet. Why does it only roll them up? Okay. About 11, so she misses. I don't know why sometimes it shows up on the side. Sometimes it rolls it in D&D Beyond.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So would Evelyn, can she not move and be flanking with Gareth and roll her attack with advantage?
Sure. She can. Yeah, sorry. She could have moved back. Okay. We'll do it again.
And
Yay. Okay. So 23 hits. She gets a D4 plus 3, so 6 points of damage to this cultist that nobody likes.
And Honey DM Beth?
Yes.
I've been making it so like if you click on certain things, then it'll roll on the D&D Beyond sheet. But if you want to do it on the tabletop, then you like click the name of the thing instead of the number. And then it'll pull up like the... Yeah.
Got you. Okay, thank you. That's super helpful. Okay, I will do that from now on. I like the big dice that shows up all of a sudden on my computer screen.
I wish the Beyond 20 app would roll the fancy Beyond 20, or the D&D Beyond dice on the video tabletop. Maybe that'll happen
be cool.
Eventually.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think that would be cool. It's the guy behind you's turn.
Oh.
He going to very excitingly attack with a 23.
What is up with their rolls? What is he attacking with? What is he doing?
He's stabbing you with a dagger again. Sorry, they just have dagger attacks. So he stabs you with a dagger again and does 3 more points of piercing damage.
So I'm sorry, I thought, so I had my mouse over this turn order thing, and I thought that this weird guy was like staggering out and stabbing Tessina for 3 points of damage with a dagger. I didn't realize it was me.
Right. Yeah, you are getting stabbed for 3 points of damage with a
10-4.
dagger.
Okay.
This weird guy now has his turn, and then it'll be Tessina's turn if you want to decide what you want her to do.
I'm ready for Tessina.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this person, their actions are a skull flail and claws of the grave. So he's going to
Where
skull
are
flail.
claws of the grave?
I don't think that we have super claws of the grave. So he rolls a 5 and misses. So Tessina kind of like dodges his gross like skull that glows blue that he kind of swings at her.
I don't want to be a bummer, but did he roll that with advantage since he's flanking?
Okay, sure. He hits. So he does 3 points of damage to Tessina if you want to take that off of her sheet.
Okay.
Okay, it is Tessina's turn. And then you're up after one of the other cultists.
Perfect. Tessina is going to... The cultist that got stabbed, she's going to toll the dead on him.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to roll that...
Does he need to make a save of any kind or not really?
Great question. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He rolled a 7.
Perfect. Her spell save is 13. So he takes a d12 of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you have 1.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Such a bummer. All right. His turn. Does she want to move?
She is kind of in between these two at the moment. The spirit that she bound when she came in, though, whenever you deal damage to a hostile creature, you regain the hit points of that level. So she's going to heal. Like, when she does that 1 point of damage to dude, she heals a damage.
She heals. Okay.
But she's kind of in between. She doesn't want to get on melee with crazy skull guy. So she'll stay put for a moment.
Okay. So this... Make sure I have the right one. This Nightblade here is going to take another stab at you, Gareth. He rolled an 11.
Perfect. Misses.
and it is your turn.
Perfect. I would like to use the Flames of the Forge ability, and fire erupts all over me, dealing damage. I actually don't have that. It sounds cool, though.
It does sound cool.
Instead, I'm going to bonus action Searing Smite for myself. And the next time I hit a creature with a melee weapon, then I'm going to deal an extra d6, and they'll need to make a con save. That's my bonus action. For my action, I will whack them with my Flaming Mace of Fury. Which one am I going to whack?
Who are you attacking?
I'm going to do the one that's been hurt.
Okay.
I'm going to roll with advantage.
Good.
So I'll take the 16 for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
He is dead.
Oh, nice. Can I keep my Searing Smite going? Perfect.
Yeah, so you think he's gonna like sear and be smited, but he just kind of crumples to the ground. And there's like a sizzly sound.
Love it.
I think he was actually next in the initiative order, so let me take him out of it. Cool. So Gareth, that was your turn. It's now Evelyn's turn. She is going to step behind this guy and make another dagger attack. She rolled a nat 1 with the dagger.
Our heroes can't win for losing today.
I know, they're having a hard time, but it's hard to be level 2. She holds onto the dagger. She's just not able to like get purchased. So it like gets caught in the guy's robes or something, and you hear like, oh, or just like a growl of frustration from Evelyn, who's not having a very good day.
Poor Evelyn.
But Gareth, the guy behind you, is also having a kind of medium day. He's just not as scary in his robe as he wanted to be. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay. He does another 3 points of damage. How are you looking?
I'm okay.
Cool. Scary Guy's turn. Sorry, is this going okay? Is it too slow?
No, I'm happy.
Okay, Scary Guy, this time with his Scary Claws of the Grave. Oh my gosh. How did he...
Tessina!
Okay, he rolls really well. He does 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
So Tessina has like all these scratch marks from these like nasty... I think of them as like, you know those like bugle sandwiches? Not sandwiches, those like gross little crackers.
Yeah.
You can make with fingernails. So they're like that except metal and sharp and scary.
Ooh. Don't like that.
No, but it is Tessina's turn.
Would you do me a small favor? Do you think that you could make dude that's dead's token disappear so that I can keep track of... Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sorry, he was all grayed out for me. I wasn't sure if he...
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so Tessina is pretty concerned about this creepo guy, so she's going to whip around, and she is going to... I think she's going to try casting a... Wait, no, she's going to make a scimitar attack. So this is +4 to hit. It's a d6 plus 2 if she succeeds. So 20 to hit. For 5 points of slashing damage against Creepo.
Done.
I think your Discord isn't queuing.
Oh.
I got you now.
Okay. Is that her turn?
That is going to be Tessina's turn.
Okay. Sorry. So I got the damage to the dude, he doesn't look great. And so, sorry, I think my Discord got mad because it got buried in the windows. So it is this guy's turn next. Gareth, you just killed his friend, so he is going to attack you.
Bring it on, bucko.
With a 17.
It's not good enough. So as he swings at me,
good
I
enough.
bash his knife hand with I punch his hand with my shield arm.
Okay.
And just kind of drive his attack into this fancy pillar.
Nice. I couldn't even really see the pillars because of the little people. Interesting. Okay, we should have been using the pillars this whole time. Gareth, it is your turn.
I'm going to move a little bit,
okay.
And I'm going to try to smack him with my my mace right now is burning like it's been stuck in a forge for a couple of hours, right? Like the white hot heat metal kind of thing. And I'm going to make an attack against this fool.
Cool.
Hopefully this lands. Come on, Gareth. Wait.
You stepped out of having advantage.
I moved back into it. I've only expended 10 feet of movement to stay still.
You don't have to count that.
18.
Roll again, see if you get a 20.
20, unnatural.
I got a 20. Yeah.
But it does do more damage, so 8 points of damage, and he needs to make a con save.
Okay. He rolled a 17.
Okay, so he saves, but I think it still does damage, maybe?
Okay.
It still hurts him. Okay, so he takes 1 point of fire damage, but he does burst into flames.
Okay, so he takes 9 points of damage total?
Correct. And he's on fire.
Okay. I'm going to say okay. So he's on fire. What happens because he's saved? On a successful save, the spell ends.
That's...
that he wasn't supposed to make a con save then.
Right.
Okay, cool. Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks really bad, Gareth. Really bad. Cool. So in that case, I think Evelyn is going to try to stab this guy in the back while you are attacking him. Is that okay?
Yes. Ooh, wait. So I don't know if this is cheating or not, but maybe I could have, since I used 10 feet of my movement, moved back over here. I'm like, Evelyn!
You want her to move right here?
Yeah.
It's between the two of you. Okay.
It's a whole tornado of stabbing and blood.
Excitement. Okay, so either one of those hit. We'll use her first one. It doesn't matter. Enough slashing damage. This guy dies.
Nice.
Yay! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him too.
Get out of here.
I hope that got rid of him on the... Yeah, it did get rid of him in the initiative order. Okay, cool. So that's Evelyn's turn. I do think that she's going to... Oh, wait, no, she's going to stay where she is. No, that's Tessina. She's going to come over here with you and kind of face off with this guy.
Okay.
Whose turn it is now. Okay, Gareth, are you ready? Or do you want him to attack Evelyn? How are you looking?
I'm great. I've never been
better. Oh my
better.
gosh, does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Okay, poor Tessina is over here with this weirdo. Oops. Hit the wrong button. We're going to go back to the skull flail for the weirdo. Does a 16 hit?
I believe it does.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Her AC is 14.
So he does 3 points of bludgeoning damage with his weird skull flail. And it is now Evelyn's turn. And then you're up.
Perfect. Oh, it's Tessina's turn.
All right, Tessina's turn. I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm getting them backwards.
So Tessina is going to... So Weirdo looks bad. She is going...
It doesn't look great.
Okay.
He's not very hurt. But he looks bad all the time. Oh, there's that.
So Wacko is like this. I feel... I don't know, maybe it's lame, but I don't want him to succeed on his spell save since like it's so low at the moment. So she's gonna try another scimitar attack because that worked before.
Okay. Great.
So +4 with the...
His AC is really low. He's like just wearing robes.
Perfect. I'm gonna roll this d4. It's gonna be... Oh wait, jeez Louise.
20. There we go.
21.
Woohoo! That hits. Full damage.
7 points of slashing damage.
I don't know that that's enough because he has 8 hit points. We're just going to take him. Ugh. This guy collapses onto the ground. He hits his head as he falls. That's the other one.
I imagine Tessina with her scimitars, kind of like very twirly, you know.
Mm-hmm. And like so fast, he doesn't quite realize that he's dead until like it takes a second, and then he kind of swoops down.
Love it. Does he slide into the bath, face down?
Yes,
Cleanest
for
he's
sure.
ever been.
Yeah, except for he's now like drowning in his own blood, and it's really gross.
That was the name of my metal band when I was in high school.
Drowning in your own blood.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Do you know what it actually was?
It was something about. It was squarular.
Squarular.
Yeah.
We would have been famous.
This close. You've managed to name yourself.
If only we were talented and dedicated, we could have really gone places.
Okay, here we go. One cultist left. Gareth, you're up.
Oh man. How deep is this bathwater?
It's 5 feet deep.
Okay, so we're not getting in that. I'm gonna smack him. Move back over here, and I'm gonna.
You want it to be shallower?
No, it's 5 feet deep.
I think you want it to be. I made that up. Probably about 5 feet deep.
7.
It does not hit. Evelyn is going to make a shove attack.
Yes, Evelyn.
Is that strength?
Read my mind.
Is that unarmed strike or strength? What does she need to do for that?
I think it'd be a strength check. Contested.
Cool. Did that roll? Did that show
I
up?
didn't see it.
Strength. Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
Oh no, Evelyn.
Bummer. I don't think that's going to be enough. Let me roll for this guy. Maybe he's like really not doing super well right now. Okay, he almost falls back in the pool, but rights himself. So that's kind of a disappointment. He is going to take a slash at Evelyn. Ba ba ba. He does not hit though. Okay. This guy is dead. So it's Tessina's turn.
Cool. Tessina, is this guy showing any signs of wear and tear at all?
No, he's doing just fine. He has a small rip in the back of his robe from where Evelyn slashed and got her blade stuck earlier.
Mm-hmm. So she is going to whip another dagger at him.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. +4 to hit.
Woo!
Yeah,
Hit.
21.
Okay, roll damage.
3 points of damage.
Okay. Good. Gareth, your turn.
I smack him in
Finish
the
him off.
smacking place. I rolled an 11.
I think that's his AC. Okay, his AC is 12. Do you want to roll for Evelyn?
Do you want me to roll for Evelyn? I'm rolling terrible.
Okay, I will roll for Evelyn. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, this is so lame. Everyone, we're really sorry that we are rolling so bad. This is like the eight giant rats all over again. I could not roll above a 10.
Do you remember the trapper murderers and the one bandit that was standing in the doorway?
Yeah. It's just like this.
Like 15 minutes just in this death duel with this champion
I'm
paladin.
going to just declare everyone dead in like 5. They've got like a 2-minute warning, or that's it. This guy takes a slash at you, Gareth. He misses. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to...
You get a turn. Tessina gets a turn, and Evelyn gets a turn.
I'm going to grapple him.
Great. Make a strength check.
And as I grapple him...
athletics, you can.
Yeah, I think it's a contested athletics. I just looked it up.
He got a 17.
Oh, come on. Okay. Okay.
You rolled those with advantage? Did I make that up? Okay. What does Tessina want to do?
Tessina, now that he's been hurt, we're gonna try a Toll the Dead. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Perfect. He takes some damage. 3 point out of a D12.
Bummer. She could have killed him, potentially. Okay. Cool. Another shove attack. We're feeling really optimistic about this one.
This is the one.
Okay, here's the thing. I accidentally rolled it on my screen, and she rolled a 23, and then I rolled it over here, and she rolled an 11. So we're going to see how the guy rolls. And then we might just make an executive decision. A 4! Okay, the dice decided. He falls into the pool. Gareth, do you want to hit him on his way down? Do you want to take an attack of opportunity? Oh, he's not out of melee, I guess. So he falls into the pool. He's flailing around. What do you want to do?
I mean, I think Gareth is, if he can, he'd like to grab him and shove his head underwater and hold him there for a minute.
Perfect. Make a strength check.
Strength check?
Athletics.
We'll do athletics. 14.
Perfect. Yep, you've got him.
Okay.
His robes are really heavy too, and they're super weighed down by the water, so you're like kind of popping up to your waist. I guess like it'd be about up to your chest, and you're just holding him under the water. He's flailing. Evelyn's there to help you if you want it. Tessina pops over. So you guys we'll leave initiative order. What do you guys want to do?
I think Gareth.
Just drown him?
Well, I think Gareth is going to hold him under for just a minute, and then like pull him back up, and kind of growl at him. Let's see. What would he say? He would say, "How many more are you?"
Look at you, and he like has these dark circles around his eyes too, and looks kind of like ghoulish, or like his skin is like pulled too tight around his face, so he looks kind of sketchy. Legions more. And then he pulls himself back under the water. Dagger in the gut. Dead. A second if you want to hop out of the water before it becomes all bloody.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he's insistent on dying, then I will not stop him. So, yeah, I'll get up out of the water.
Evelyn kind of wipes her hands off. She goes around and she grabs a few of the curved blades, hands Tessina back her dagger. She goes over to the body of the sketchy guy and kind of looks at the fingers and then decides she doesn't want those.
As somebody that's interested in weird things, I think Gareth would like to check out the weird claws.
Wait. Gareth, roll an investigation check.
I'm interested in craft, you know?
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay, so these are... they're very curious. You think that they're really interesting, that they are these kind of like pointy blades along the end of the finger. But as you start to look at them, as you kind of tug on one, you see it pulling on his finger, and you discover that they've been like screwed into the bones of his hands. And so it's pretty gross.
Gross. Okay, that's pretty icky.
Pretty epic. Pretty gross.
Yeah. Can I roll that investigation check into a general search of bodies for any booty?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to search the area as well?
Yeah, I would love to. Like anything of interest. Oh, is there somebody over there?
Oh. No, sorry.
We attack!
No, she's good. She's not actually there. She's there during the day. But she's not there right now because it's nighttime. So, this room and this room are both massage rooms. And so you see like these nice tables and they're covered in towels and it seems really nice in here. And you see these really pretty vials of perfume along the walls. And if you kind of take a sniff, you recognize that they're the same perfumes that are used to scent the baths in this other room.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on in both of those rooms. In this room, roll a perception check or investigation check for me.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You find that opens when pushed.
A fake door that opens when pushed?
Hmm.
Cool. Wow.
So it's right here. Yeah. And I think that you found the secret entrance. We should take a break.
I think so too. I would, as I find the door and push it open, I would holler back at them. Silrus was right! Bathhouses.
The scent of the sewers and general ickiness and mustiness wafts over your senses, which is a really sharp contrast to the lovely scents of the bathhouse upstairs. But the walls are a really pretty stucco, but it's like a perfectly seamed door. But as you're kind of searching, it's weird that in the other room and in this room down here, there were things on all the walls. This one was kind of missing. Shelved in this one spot. And so as you push on the door, it opens. And there a steep stair leads down.
Cool. Before we take our break, would this be a okay time or a bad time to take a short rest? I know the short rest usually take
You can take a short rest.
Like 30 minutes to kind of investigate things and just kind of... Okay, because I would love to roll a hit die.
Yeah. Evelyn's going to go over to this non-stinky, this non-bloody bath and just kind of like clean off a bit. She starts to steal some gear from the cultists. So, yeah, you guys can totally take a short rest. And maybe we'll roll a hit die on our break.
Oh.
You can roll them right now. I don't know that we want to be like, watch us roll a hit die.
Watch us roll a hit die. Okay, cool. So we're going to go on break.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So 9:10 Eastern Time. Woo! get it?
And we're back.
Yay! Okay.
So, when we left off, Gareth had found a secret door in this sketchy murder cult bathhouse. And like any self-respecting adventurer, he is going to call his friends over. Wait, I need to figure out my hit die real fast.
Yes. And Tessina's hit die real fast too. And I'm going to reveal more of the map while you do that. So
it didn't do it automatically for me, but I'm going to roll it in the thing.
Okay.
It's a D8, so that's terrible. Oh, D8 plus
you add your
2.
you add your Constitution.
So I'll heal 4.
Good. Your other one?
I'm going to hang back in case I need to take another short rest before we take a long rest.
Okay.
I'm not above finding an alcove in a murder house and barricading the door.
Well, you are in a murder sewer of sorts. That's totally fine.
Murder house, murder sewer.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gareth, when you are ready, if you go to the left on your screen, it should take you to, it should take you to the, kind of going down the stairs. So, Gareth, do you want to lead the way?
I will absolutely lead the way, and I'll be going very stealthily. And
go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, and I'm going to kind of narrate for a second.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So, Gareth, you lead the way, not very stealthily. Is that a 2?
Clank, clank, clank.
You lead the way, the sounds of your boots echoing up the stone tunnel. It's actually not that loud. The walls are made of limestone, which is a very absorbent stone, and it's great for caving. I learned about it so much in Underland by Robert McFarlane, which is so good if you like really well-written narrative nonfiction. I highly recommend it. So Gareth, you lead the way down these steep, somewhat slimy stairs, but across the middle especially, they are well worn. You can see plenty of, it seems like there is plenty of action here, at least to where it's not like a thick slime on the stairs themselves. Will you roll a perception check for me too?
I will roll that perception check.
Thank you.
20.
Wonderful. So, okay. Keeping a really sharp eye. It just left me what I was going to reveal to you, but when I figure it out, I will let you know. Oh, sorry, yeah. So you can see like some boot prints, but you also see slide marks maybe down the wall. Evelyn says from right behind you, I think this is, they definitely brought me through here earlier, unless there's another entrance to the top that we didn't see. But this is how I came down and how I got back up. I don't remember much before this with the coming back up, but yeah.
The slide marks down the wall, does it look like somebody put their shoulder and was like...
sorry, they're low down. But like it looks like there are kind of like streaks in the grime, like someone's been dragged down the stairs or dragged up the stairs.
Okay.
Or a little bit of both.
Cool. Okay. As we continue to creep forward, I'm keeping a very I hope my 20 will roll me through, keeping a very close ear out for anything ahead of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, you start to hear like a dripping sound. Plunk, 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 and a flooded room opens up before you at the foot of the stairs. If you'll give me 1 second, I can tell you how flooded it is, but I just wanted to double check. Yeah. It stinks, and as you go down, it smells worse and worse. Just kind of like still stagnant water with a hint of sewer, and it's 2 feet deep. You can tell that by kind of like looking. I know you can't exactly tell. You're gonna have to step in it, so it's 2 feet deep.
Yeah. Gross. Splash, splash. Hate it.
Sorry. Yeah. Hate it. No good.
Ooh. The music sounds scary.
Do you not like it?
No, I do like it. I'm getting it's still the same battle music, right? But then I thought I heard something else under it.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Okay, now it should be just the dungeon music.
Yeah,
Music today
ominous.
provided by Tabletop Audio. Thank you.
We love tabletop audio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Now everything is fixed.
So as we go in, I'm going to... so I get the lay of the room. I see 2 paths before me. Are there any lights?
There are not any lights.
Okay.
Actually, Gareth, roll a... do you remember what your... investigation check of 19? You saw, as you were looking through the bodies during your short rest, that the scary necromantic person had a lantern on them that still had some fuel in it.
Okay. So I'll have that up and out. And kind of casting ahead of us a little bit. I think most of us have dark vision, but I know that it needs some light to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Evelyn's gonna say, I can always cast a light for us if we need, but I think we'll use what they use. They had lanterns down here when I was here.
Good. So Gareth is going to step in gingerly, and he's going to see if he can peer down the tunnel.
Okay.
He's
you rolled a 20 for your perception check, Gareth?
yes.
Okay. As you peer down the tunnel, you see that it continues on ahead around a bend.
And just to due diligence style, we'll investigate this side too.
Okay. So you're looking at 2 doors ahead of you, one on the left, one on the right.
Oh, there are 2 doors?
As you investigate... I'm sorry, no, 2 entrances. Sorry. As you investigate the hole on the... do you want to go in, or do you want to just kind of... Are you just glancing through?
I'm going to peek in. Do I see anything in this room?
No. You just see a flooded chamber.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to leave it alone and then go on down.
Okay.
And beckon the ladies to follow.
Cool. Do you see anything right here?
Right where?
Here.
I don't... If you want me to see where you're clicking, then I think you have to hold shift and click, but I don't see anything over there.
Okay, interesting. All right, so they follow you. Tessina goes, "This is disgusting. I really don't like it."
Gareth is going to say,
What are we looking for?
I haven't been in a place like this in a long time.
What were you doing in one like this before?
He'll just kind of keep going.
Evelyn, did he answer? No.
And we'll keep an ear out for any splish splash or any light or anything, but we'll just keep creeping along until we see people that need to go meet their murder god or to be freed from murder gods.
Okay, so you guys creep along the passageway. It's pretty gross as you go, but eventually you happen upon... Oops, crap. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. Do you want to go ahead and bring your... Sorry, so you wind down a bit, it angles up a bit, and then you walk up a small flight of stairs that leads you out of the water, which is nice.
Yes.
Then you're less splashy, and it leads you to Chamber of Important Decisions.
Wow.
That's not really what it's called, but the room you just left was called Welcome to the Dungeon, and I thought that was pretty exciting. So let me catch them up with you. Okay, so really fast, what you're looking at, there's not a door here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
There is a door here. So you step into a room with you step into an octagonal room. Sorry, not 6 sides. And you see 3 doors in front of you. On the eastern door, so as you're looking on your left, you see... Oops. Sorry. The face of this door bears a carving of a tall armored man wearing a bucket helm. The right gauntlet is painted black and clutches a set of shackles. Roll a religion check for me as you investigate this section.
Yes. Do you want to hit us with some more music, some more dungeon music?
Yes, sorry. Some of them are on repeat and some of them are not.
Religion.
More dungeon music.
19.
Wonderful. Okay, so Gareth, you recognize this. Rekka.
So this is a depiction of Rekka.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
the god of lies and deceit. Trickery, lies, and deceit.
Cool.
Directly ahead of you, so if we're looking at our map to the south, is a powerfully built skull-head, sorry, not a person, but a depiction of, on the door, a powerfully built skull-headed man with a long curved blades where his hands should be crossed. Kind of like Malthael in Diablo 3.
I was just going to say that.
And so you recognize this as a depiction of Zarmev, especially his Reaper form. So the Lord of Undeath, or an untimely passage to the grave. Not in the terms of murder, but just death under sketchy circumstances or mass death, but certainly the god of undeath. And then over here, to your right, on the western wall, is a depiction of the Lord Greymorn, portrayed as a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a screaming human skull. Dun, dun, dun.
Cool.
So, Gareth, which door would you like to go through?
Well, being the savvy individual that I am, and knowing that we're dealing with... I think we're going to go on the western door and check that out first. I want to know if it is... can I tell if it's like trapped or locked or anything?
Roll an investigation check.
Is the door made of stone?
Ooh,
wait. Can I say before I do that, I kind of clutch my shield and under my breath. By the flame in the forge, and I'll cast guidance on myself.
Nice.
And that allows me
Okay.
to add a d4 to my checks. So instead of an 8, I will do an 11.
Cool. Okay. So you do not find any traps on the door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked. Swings open.
Okay. We're going to peek through.
Okay. You see another set of stairs descending into another pool of water. Oh, wait. Actually, sorry. That's not true. You see a tunnel. So where there's water here, pretend that it's not, because it's not supposed to be wet there.
Oh, okay.
And there's no staircase here. Actually, over here.
So I just see a tunnel.
You see a tunnel.
I'm going to say, Evelyn, did you get drugged through water or down a... Were you dry?
There was some water. It's... I don't know.
Before we leave this delightful chamber, he's going to go over and investigate the Zarmev Reaper door
Okay.
and see if he wants to know if it's trapped and or locked.
It is not locked. Roll another investigation check.
14, he's going to say, by the forge and the flame. 17.
Okay. You do not detect any traps.
Okay. Since it's unlocked, he's going to push it open and peek down.
Ooh. Gareth, you are met with cries of, ah!
Oh, gosh. Oh, Jesus.
You see at least two. I don't know if you can see the third one, but you see two scary skull-carrying people with those grabby hands behind this door.
Can I slam the door shut?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna...
roll a dexterity check just to see how quickly you're able to slam the door shut.
Ooh, dexterity is super my thing. Dang it. Dexterity... 18!
Ooh, nice. Evelyn kind of runs up behind you and slams her shoulder into the door too. What's in there?
Death metal finger skull flailers.
Ugh.
So we're
Okay,
going...
what do we do?
I'm sure that they're like shambling towards us. So I'm very quickly going to do something awesome. I'm going to grab... I mean, is there like a door handle or like what is...
There is a handle. You did not see a way to lock it from where you are. These are heavy wooden doors with kind of metal trappings. So like those arch doors with the metal bindings. And you hear a thump, thump, thump on the door on the other side.
Okay. Hold the door! So I'm going to... So I did not see a... Would I be able to like use like tinker tools or anything to like mess up the door mechanism or anything? Or is this something where we should like lay a trap? What do you guys want to do?
So you can try. So I was just thinking about it. So you pushed the door open and then pulled it shut. So you're it's kind of your strength versus theirs to hold it closed at the moment.
Right. Good. So okay.
Maybe go ahead and roll that strength check.
Okay. Strength check as athletics.
Yes.
Oh, Gareth.
It's okay. They rolled a 1. So you hear some bickering on the other side of the door.
Ooh, are they speaking in a language I understand?
Yes.
What do they sound like? I want to hear what they
Roll
sound
a
like.
perception check.
18.
So you hear, "Why won't the door open? You broke it. No." And so you just hear some fighting. You hear some vowing to... Oh, I want to make sure I don't get the deities confused, because that was one of the things I was worried about. And now my cheat sheet post-it has disappeared. You hear some vowing to Zarmev as well.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Cool. So we're... Oh, gosh. Here we go. Here's the play. We're going to... I'm going to get... Okay. Tell me if this will work. This might be too hokey.
I'm not going to tell you if it will work or not. What do you want to do? You can tell me. Like, do you want to tell Evelyn and Tessina what you're trying to plan?
Yeah. I'm going to say... Tessina, draw their attention to the doorway. Evelyn, with me, and we're going to be on either side of the doorway. And I'm going to have some hempen rope wrapped around my hand and then wrapped around Evelyn's hand. And then we're going to throw the door open. When they come bumbling in, rope trick, they tumble because they're just looking at Tessina, who's going to be harassing them. And then we take them out with flanking.
So are you just gonna let go of the rope? I'm sorry, are you just gonna let go of the door handle?
Yeah, once I explain the plan and like Evelyn gets her gets in position, I'm gonna like jump into position.
Okay. So you jump into position. Standing on the other side, dagger drawn, shadowy energy kind of swarming around her hand.
Yeah.
And she says, sorry, I had something for her to say and then I just lost it. It's coming right back. It was going to be so cool. How upsetting. Come out and face me, you cowards.
Nice.
Okay. So they come running forward. You pull the rope trap. Roll a dexterity check with advantage.
Dexterity. Here we go. Oof. Okay. 12.
Okay, yeah, that's actually enough, because they rolled really poorly. So you trip the first one up. I'm going to say that he falls prone. So he falls into the middle, flat on his face, of the octagonal room. So you and Evelyn are kind of hidden behind the door still. Have you stepped out at all, or you just pulled the rope?
We just pulled the rope tight to trip dude, hoping that others would be on their heels. Yeah, we wanted to like end with one kind of flanked in the chamber and one prone. Okay. I don't want to get greedy here or anything, but did he take any bludgeoning damage from his terrible fall?
Probably. Took 3 points of bludgeoning damage from his fall.
Mess up that face.
I think that's already happened. Although from their pictures, it looks like their beards would really cushion them. And they don't all look like skeletal old men. They do all look relatively skeletal, with like this kind of stringy long hair, really sunken in faces, super sketchy. They all have the scary fingers.
Zarmev hates when people are hygienic.
Yeah, he's not a fan. With that energy that you spent with hygiene, you could have been worshiping the Lord of Undeath.
Yeah.
So it was your mistake.
So if we could, we would like to hasten them on to their death. I think Gareth and Evelyn attacking this dude in the middle, and Tessina attacking with advantage this dude that's fallen in front of her.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So let's have you guys do a round of attacks. So you roll for Gareth. I'll roll for Evelyn.
Perfect. Oops. 19 and 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And is this to the guy that's between you and Evelyn?
Yeah.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did.
Okay. So -4. Good. Evelyn rolled a 13, which I'm pretty positive that will also hit. She does, I need to roll the d4. I was like, wow, so much slashing damage. Still pretty good. She does 7 points of slashing damage. So this guy looks really bad. He kind of cries out, "Ah!" as you guys stab into him.
And Tessina's going to attack this dude that's fallen at her feet.
Yeah.
Stab. 7. Wait,
You roll with advantage for her because he's prone.
19.
Nice. Okay.
And then
and roll damage.
8 points of stabbing damage.
Okay, so these first two cultists look terrible.
We're not interested in a fair fight over here.
You should not be. They are in a cultist dungeon, so no sense in fair fighting.
Do we need the initiative?
I was actually going to have, how would you feel about you three going and then the three of them going?
Sure.
Okay, so that was the surprise round. Do you want to enter round 1?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20.
Just a d20?
Just a d20. We're going to see who goes first, them or you. You guys go first.
Okay.
You rolled a 14.
So, same plan.
Okay, stabby stab.
Ooh, 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. So this guy is the guy in front of you, Gareth, who's between you and Evelyn, is dead.
Perfect. That means Evelyn can shift, right?
Yeah. So Evelyn is going to it's kind of difficult. So she's going to kind of straddle over that guy and swing out with her dagger at his friend. That actually hits, and so she does 4 points of slashing damage to the one who's still coming out of the door.
Okay.
And then Tessina gets to take out, if she would like, the guy in front of her.
Yes, I'll roll her d20. 6. Oh, wait, it's advantage. 6.
Mm-hmm.
The dice gods. Again.
Sorry, baby.
Confirming. Terrible. I think he's just rolling around, she's just stab.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to go. The guy in front of Tessina is going to use half of his movement to stand up. And he is going to slash at her with his scary claws.
No.
As a 15 hit.
It just barely hits.
Okay. So he does 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay. This other guy, seeing you take out his friend, Gareth, is going to try to hit you with his skull flail. Oops, I hit it too many times. Does an 18 hit?
Nope. I take his skull flail, and as it comes swinging towards me, I throw the shield up, and there's a little bit of a flash of light from my magical shield as the evil skull just bounces off of it, and there's a little spray of sparks.
Yeah. Some shadowy blue energy just flies and disintegrates into the ground.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, your turn again.
Cool. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get this dude, because this dude's almost dead, right? Forget it. Yes. I'm actually gonna step in the middle here and attack this one that Tessina already hurt with advantage.
He stood back up.
Right, it's flanking.
Oh, because you're flanking. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. So 13.
You wouldn't use the first two. Okay,
Yeah.
that hits.
Oh, cool. 7 bludgeoning.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, you like skewer this guy's brains across the side of the dungeon wall.
Splat.
Tessina goes, ugh! Nice one, Gareth.
I'm going to move back to the side so that Tessina has a straight shot.
Okay. Do you want to take Tessina's turn?
Is she up next?
Sure.
Okay. She's going to... Ooh. She's going to toss a dagger at bad guy. 21.
Good. That hits.
4 points.
Nice. Okay, and then Evelyn is going to finish him off. She's going to kind of spin around the corner and just sink her dagger straight into the guy's chest. And he slumps to the ground and falls backward into the room where he had been.
As he dies,
You guys are clearing it out.
Gareth is going to say to Evelyn, Evelyn, you indicated earlier that they'd used some kind of foul blade or implement. Is it any gestures to the gross, scrapey metal fingers?
She shakes her head. No, this was a material I've not run across before. It's she kind of looks down at her hands for a second. It's prevented me from casting anything. I don't know what it is.
Are you still affected?
Not as much, but somewhat. That's okay.
Gareth,
She kind of slings her daggers around. She's doing fine.
Gareth is going to, as quickly as possible. So, does this room have any other features? And like as we go, he's kind of giving people a once over to see if they have anything of interest on them.
Okay. So roll an investigation check.
Investigation check coming right up. I'm going to say, by the forge and the flame. And do my guidance. Oh, good. So that's a total of 5.
Okay. So...
Hey, does anybody want to help me investigate these bodies or this room?
So you do find a set of stairs that leads down. And you go to that chest. And you find, are you ready for some loot?
Oh, yes, I love loot.
Okay, so you see kind of stacked along this 2 healing potions, 1 potion of animal friendship, and do you need a healer's kit?
So 2 potions of healing. Oops.
1 potion of animal friendship.
Okay.
Either an herbalism kit or a healer's kit. I wasn't sure which one you could use.
I don't think I can use either one.
Oh, okay. Evelyn will take the herbalism kit. You find a set of thieves' tools.
Cool.
Tessina kind of appears beside your shoulder. I can hold on to those if you want me to. If you need help.
Please, I'm more of a blunt instrument.
Sense that about you. And you also find an alchemy jug.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what it is because you've been looking for one. You've just had a sense that that's what you really wanted.
Cool. Oh my forge god. Do you all know what this is?
An ugly jug.
Yes, but also it can make all kinds of different things inside of it. We'll talk about it later. This is a big deal.
Oh, great. I'm glad.
Let's go.
Okay. Do you guys leave the room?
Yeah, so we'll go back up here, and I think that we're gonna take a. Can we take a listen at this door to see if there are any crazy people behind it?
So yeah, roll a perception check.
Perception. I'm gonna say by the forge of the flame. My new favorite cantrip. 16.
Cool. You do not hear anything on the other side.
Okay, and I'd like to see if it's locked or trapped.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
By the forge of the flame. 9.
Not locked, not trapped.
Perfect. I'm going to say to the other two, are you ready?
Which way do you want to go?
Oh, he's going to whip open that door again and just see what's on the other side.
Okay. You whip open the door.
Ah!
Oops. And you see a long hallway that kind of peters off into stairs.
And the stairs descend into darkness?
Yes.
Perhaps we'll come back to this one. So Gareth is going to, let's go investigate the Braymorn door hallway that does not have water in it, right?
Right. So it doesn't have water in it until you get to several steps in. And so then you see a set of stairs that descends down into a chamber.
Cool.
And I'm going to redo this room a little bit. So it doesn't look exactly like it says. So it descends down into a chamber because I changed something that I wanted to. So inside of this room, 3 wooden beams, that's what the blobs are, grace the ceiling of this flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot-tall steel mask cast in the form of a frowning human skull.
That's awesome and scary.
Yeah. So you walk in, and it descends a couple of feet. The chamber is flooded, and there are 3 pillars with an altar.
3 pillars with an altar. Okay, good, cool. Is there anybody in here? Are there any weird chanting or anything?
You don't hear anything besides the dripping water sounds.
Okay. Do I recognize the visage? Is this an aspect of Braymorn?
Yes. So let me make sure I'm sending you to the right place. Yes, that is correct. And so this is one of the depictions of Braymorn that you've seen. But yeah, the frowning human skull is a fitting depiction of the god of murder.
Cool.
And there are the entrails. Your perception check was high recently. Seem to be pretty fresh.
Awesome.
It doesn't smell great, but it's not a rotting smell.
Cool. Well, I have to investigate this altar, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to be very cautiously walking forward, and I'm going to very cautiously approach the altar and see if there's anything else, any other information I can glean from it. Is the mask like set on a stone bust, or is it like free floating, or what is it doing?
I was imagining it hanging on the wall above the altar. So like it's just this kind of large stone mask that they've put nails into the limestone. Again, limestone is relatively porous, and so it's just hanging down the wall.
Okay. Cool. I would look at the top of the altar and see if there's anything of interest there, and then I think that he's curious enough to, I mean, a stone mask hanging on the wall. I'm gonna see if there's anything behind it.
Okay. If you find human entrails interesting or humanoid entrails interesting, then yes, there are items of interest on the altar.
I take the entrails and I put them in my bag.
Ew.
I'm totally kidding.
You do notice that there's kind of like a red sludge, and then as you look over your left shoulder, you see some like the water is like slightly pinker, even though it's kind of hard to see, but you see some like floating bits of entrails that lead to the left.
Gross. Okay. Is there anything behind the mask?
There are two metal. I've been holding up the mask.
Okay. And so the mask is made of stone, and there are two metal stakes that are holding the mask up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to cast a... Okay. I'm going to take the mask, and I'm going... Can I... So is the mask fixed to the wall, or can I lift it off of the stakes?
Roll a strength check.
Is it okay if I do athletics, or do you want strength?
Athletics is fine.
18.
Okay, it's a strain, but you can lower it from the wall.
Okay. I'm going to try, as I lower it, I'm going to try to, like, kind of drop it in a way that it breaks or is, like, I'm just kind of, like, desecrating this a little bit.
Okay. Are you trying to drop it on the altar or in the water?
I don't want to, like, so I don't want to make a splash of entrail goo shoot out from the altar, but if I can use, like, the corner of the altar to, like, give it a point at which to damage the mask or something. If I can't, then I'm just going to throw it in the sludge, but...
Okay, roll a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Oh, gosh. 3.
Okay, you catch the side of the stone mask on the edge of the altar, but it doesn't break and it falls into the sludge.
Cool. Gareth is...
Evelyn says, Gareth, what are you doing?
I'm just throwing down their gross sign.
Okay. Careful.
What are you...
He looks at you worried.
Oh.
I understand the sentiment, believe me. But these dark powers are active here.
Gareth will say, and so are we, and like kind of press on and take a look down this hallway.
Okay, so down this hallway, I'm going to describe what you see, and so ignore what the picture shows you.
I don't see nothing.
It didn't just reveal it to you?
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I was just...
Oh, I was like, no, I just showed it. Okay, so you walk down the hallway, and the room rises back up around right before you step into the next large chamber. And so you go up a couple of steps that's it seems to be tall enough to be out of the water, and you see 3 bodies arranged in a triangle with their arms splayed to create the shape of a pentagram.
Awesome.
Mhm. And so and you also see kind of a discarded body cast against cast off to the side, resting on this pile of rubble.
Is the human pentagram in the middle of the room?
Yes. Sorry, there's this one thing here, but pretend that he represents. Oh, thank you. Yay.
And there's another body to the south.
Yeah. Here, I'll move this body down here. Body.
Okay.
So yeah, as you look in the room, the bodies take up the center of the room. Their stomachs are ripped open. You would assume that it's their entrails. And then there's another body cast against the side. And Evelyn and Tessina follow right behind you.
Okay. I'm going to enter the room and give Evelyn space to enter if she wants to, and then Gareth is going to ask her Evelyn, do you know? And inferring, like, do you know any of these people?
Mm-hmm. So Evelyn's going to kind of kneel down, and all the heads are turned to the side and kind of move the faces up. She kind of looks up at you. I recognize them, but somewhat distantly. We share, and she holds up one of their hands, and you see an oak totem in each of their palms, and which roll a religion check.
Religion, my expertise, because I'm a cleric. 18.
Perfect. You would recognize these as nature casters of some kind, and so yeah. And with that religion check, you would also kind of guess that it's possible that the materials that you found in the other chamber, though it was an altar for, or not an altar, but a hiding chamber for a different deity, you might guess that those goods, especially like the potion for animal friendship and the herbalism kit, might have belonged to these people.
Okay.
Gareth, something about the woman's body on the far wall is kind of calling to you.
Okay. And she's does she have her? Is she similarly disemboweled as the others that are making this pentagram?
Roll an investigation check.
5.
Okay. She does not seem to have been disemboweled. It looks like she was stabbed in the back, and then perhaps fell or was tossed onto this pile of rubble. So her death seems to have been somewhat different than that of the people that you see on the ground.
Okay.
While you kind of look her over, Tessina says, I still sense there's spirits here to some extent. I am going to work to release them if that is all right with both of you.
Gareth nods.
And so Tessina kind of pulls out some herbs that she has with her and lights them and begins to kind of cleanse the room. Evelyn is investigating the fallen druids' bodies.
Does she take one of their focuses?
She doesn't, but she does cross their arms over their chest. And as you kind of glance back, you see the same types of burns on their bodies as have been used on her as well.
Okay. I'm going to take a closer look at the body over there and see if there's anything else I can glean. Is she wearing like clothes? Does she have anything in her pockets? Does she move when I shake her? Is she still alive?
Roll one more investigation check and a medicine check for me.
I'm going to say, by the forge and the flame. Ooh.
Ooh.
Woo.
So, as you look at this woman's body, what you notice on her neck is a pendant that suddenly is very familiar to you, as it symbolizes the Army of Light, the special military force of Beacon, of which your son is also a part.
Oh, snap.
It's hard to tell from this woman's clothes, but now that you're looking closer, you can see that she's clothed in white, or at least some of her garments that seem original to her were white at one time. They're coated in dirt and grime and blood, but you can see that that's the original color that the garments were. She's cold, she's dead, but it doesn't seem like she's been dead for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of what you gather.
Wow, okay. Does she have... Would I recognize her? Okay, so the pendant is from Army of Light. Am I able to discern any kind of, like, rank or importance, or does she seem like a regular... Like, am I able to discern any of the hierarchy or importance or any identifying features that she has or anything?
You would guess by the fact that she's wearing it as a pendant and it's not on a weapon that she is probably in the more spiritual part of the army, so more of a healer than she is perhaps part of the cavalry unit or something like that.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
But you can also guess army hasn't been deployed to respite. And so what makes the most sense is for her to have arrived with the refugees. And that lines up too with Evelyn's understanding of who is here. And so that's that should be painting a fuller picture for you of who is being pulled into this dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yes. I'm going to kind of similarly put her at ease
Okay.
in the way that I understand. I mean, being from Beacon, I feel like I would know what to do, kind of turn her over, like
Do you
close
put
her
points on the
eyes.
eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm really torn because I player me loves to collect things, but Gareth, I think, would probably have her leave her hand clutching her pendant of light until we can report this to the authorities or something.
Sure.
So I'll leave her at rest.
And Tessina kind of shows up at your shoulder. I think that she is at peace now.
She was with the Army of Light. She's from Beacon too.
So they've been taking all the refugees.
When you were fleeing Beacon and making your way here, were you with a great number of people, or were you mostly traveling with your other friends?
My group was small. It was of people from outside of Beacon, but we were across the water, so we were able to leave in our small group, but we did encounter more forces, I think, because of that on the way. So, but in the refugee camp before I made it into the city, there were people from the Army of Light who had helped escort refugees here. They, like many of the others, hope to make a new life in respite.
And in trying to serve Alona and trying to be a beacon for those fleeing the ruined city, This is her reward. This is not right. There's great evil at work here.
Yes. There is. But we will find out what to do.
Evelyn,
Yes.
are you ready?
As ready as I will be.
Is there anything else in the room that's interesting? Any goods or like carvings or
You see some gross blades as you look closer, kind of up in this corner. It looks like maybe where they stashed the weapons that were used to, not for the slashes on the nature casters, but at least that seems to be how the entrails were dug out. So you see some knives made of bone, kind of stashed to the side that still have blood crusted on them.
gross? Okay. Cool. We're gonna GTFO.
Okay. You guys are going to go down the other hallway?
Let's go down the last hallway.
Okay.
Back to the Chamber of Decisions.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so let's go back to the Chamber of Decisions.
To the Decision Chamber.
Ah! Do you want to stop there?
I want to keep playing, but I know it's 10. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to ruin anything, but this is a large place. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, being dungeony, it can be. I want to make sure we like keep momentum, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we're gonna finish in the next hour.
Okay. So we'll wrap this dungeon up. We'll get to the bottom of this murder cult bathhouse dungeon. We'll extract revenge for Evelyn and her friends and find out what the heck is going on with the abducting of people from Beacon. And then we're...
Oh, sorry. So the refugees, not the refugees, the natural casters, you know that there aren't very many nature casters in Beacon. And so you know that they're not from Beacon. We can leave that as a mystery for now as to where they are from. Actually, so being from, having lived for so long in Respite, one of Respite's nearest neighbors is Leesmain, which is a very, it's a kind of a forested island that is home to lots of druids, many fae who live in the world, many different types of elves. Oh, I should have said too, so Evelyn's skin is bronze. She has like large fae ears amidst like long, thick red hair.
Cool.
So
she sticks out.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah.
Do you want to stop there for the evening?
Yeah, let's stop there for the evening. I'm looking forward to finding out what's going on in this dungeon, and looking forward to extracting revenge. I think like he feels for Evelyn, obviously, but Gareth, it's really disturbing to him that they've got somebody down here from the Army of Light that his son serves in, murdered AF. And that kind of like made it much more real and like much more personal and scary for him, because now he's wondering like, what if I run in here and I find my kid? So that is definitely something that he's looking forward to kind of resolving, and I think it's going to be interesting seeing about Evelyn and this Millicent Legree. situation.
Yeah.
Bum bum
Cool.
bum.
Dun dun dun. Bum bum bum. Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. We will have the summaries. I'll work on the DM diary of just kind of reflecting on this session and how I prepped for it, as well as some of the decisions we made along the way, up soon. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
And we'd be remiss without, once again, thanking our wonderful patrons and our wonderful sponsor for this particular episode, Buried Heroes. Go check it out right now at bethballbooks.com.
Or wherever you like to buy books.
Or also literally anywhere. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you all.